Are you looking for an honest space where we don't just talk about healing? We're actually practicing it in real time. Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to season 2 of Grow With Me, D.Tyler, not lost but landing. This season, I'm growing differently. I'm facing truth with tenderness and with time. I've written letters to myself, honest reflections, real soul work. I'm confronting what's been underdeveloped, unspoken, or even ignored. And I'm doing the work with compassion, not shame, with awareness, not avoidance. Listen, sis, I don't know about you, but it's hard for me to relate to anyone who just says pray about it without showing me what they did after they got up off their knees. What steps did you take, hon? How do we just keep moving when miracles don't happen overnight? That's what this season is about. Showing you healing in motion. So if you've ever wondered what it looks like to grow through grace, to grow with God, to finally come home to yourself and rest in your becoming, come with me. Let's grow together. It meant belonging. It meant support. I thought that this church family, the support system, everyone were my real relatives, because I come from a small family where I am. I wasn't raised around a bunch of cousins and aunties, so I really thought that calling the people in my church family aunties, uncles, and cousins meant that they would always be there for me and they would really be my family. They would guide me. They would show up for me and invest in me always. That's what I thought. Well, okay, so I discovered this through the absence, the inconsistency, the silence of people who I thought would be more present and more vocal and more involved in my life. I really had high expectations of this church family to act like a family. And so, but that didn't always happen. Initially, church family felt like an oxymoron when I was in the thick of the disappointment. As time went on, I matured in my relationship with God and my understanding, and I realized I had unrealistic expectation of people in general, and so I began to have more grace, and grace has replaced all of those types of disappointments that I've had. There's no perfect blood family, your own family, your mommy, your daddy, your siblings, your grandparents, your uncles. Nobody is perfect. No one has a perfect family here on this earth. So then I had to realize I can't expect a church to also be a perfect family. And to be completely honest, there were times I was absent to myself and unavailable. And so I had to realize, I need to focus on me. I need to focus inward and do the work, do my heart work, so that I can become a solution to the problems that I face coming up. That my worth isn't defined by who shows up for me. God has already called me. He has already called me by name. And he has called me worthy. He has called me valuable. I was never overlooked by him ever, even when I was overlooked by people that I wanted to look at me. And when I think about Jesus and the crowds that followed him, I see the crowd as being an example of church. And I see that crowd has never been my savior. Jesus never said that the crowd would nurture me and heal me or carry me. He would do that. The truth that I'm holding on to is that the church family has a standard. We have a standard. We have a standard and a command to be good to each other, be great neighbors to each other. But the church family, just like me, needs salvation. They need grace and mercy just like I do. Nobody likes pain. No matter if you like it or not, it does create fuel for your purpose. Church hurts, family hurts, childhood hurts, marriage hurts, all of it. God will never waste your pain. It made me intentional. That's what pain did. Intentional with my relationship with God. Intentional in building relationships, building the love, the consistency that I once longed for, the consistency that I needed, and being serious about, asking people if they are okay, a place to belong, and giving that, especially to women like myself who found themselves in a space where they are in need, and they want to be honest about what they need. And so that's what pain has done for me. It has made me have tunnel vision and focus, and it has brought so much clarity. I don't take any of the pain for granted. I can say with maturity, I'm appreciative. Yeah. I'm not a victim. No, I'm a survivor. I'm an overcomer. So that's what pain does. Pain gives you options, and I took the option to survive and overcome, and then to make sure that if someone else is in pain the way that I was, they will also be able to have access to the freedom, the tools that I've been able to gain. So it's all about being that good neighbor. So it's allowed me to be a better neighbor. That's what pain has done. Allowed me to be a better neighbor. To the girl who thought that church was your real family, you were so sincere. You looked around and saw the other kids calling women auntie and men uncle, and you believed it. You truly thought that it meant you belonged, that it meant you'd be cared for like a daughter, seen like a niece, guided like a little sister. You tried to weave yourself into that tapestry. You smiled, you showed up, you gave your best, but slowly the threads unraveled. There were no calls, no real guidance, no mentorship like you thought it should be, no one asking how school was going or really caring enough to show up for the hard moments. The village that they built wasn't necessarily built for you. It almost felt like you didn't have one, but you did. You were surrounded by people, but at times you still felt alone. You were managing loneliness, blaming yourself, not lovable enough, not worthy enough, not faithful enough, are all the lies you used to believe. But you had support, you had love, and there were safe places for you. There were plenty of saving graces. But I want to tell you something. What you experienced was real. Your hurt is valid. You didn't imagine it. You were reaching for real family, real connections, real covering, real love, and you were disappointed at times. This is holy revelation. This is clarity. This is good, because God is just gently opening your eyes, saying, I see you even when they can't, even when they won't, even when they didn't. You're not crazy for wanting more. You're not needing for desiring real connection. You're not weak for admitting the pain. And the story doesn't end there, because now you're becoming a part of the solution. You're becoming a part of that village you needed. You're building that love and respect that you desired. You can now nurture and help the next one, the next child, the next woman. You're starting a legacy that doesn't rely on perfect people, but on healed ones. And even though they didn't intend to build a village specifically for you, the pain built a bridge to a better village. And now you can live in it, a place where God was leading you all along. You have never been forgotten. You have never been alone, and you never were. Love, the woman you're still becoming. Listen, thank you for spending some time with me today. If anything I said spoke to you and you want to go deeper, come join me in my Facebook community, Women of Godly Wisdom. You can find it by searching Grow With Me, D.Tyler, or just click the link in the description box. This is where we can keep up with each other. We can become even more transparent. Let's continue to share and support each other while we walk this journey of wellness and creativity together. Remember, sis, you're not lost. You're landing. And until next time, let's keep growing.